Like, I don't know what raging asswipe got on their high horse and told you that you had to have your entire life figured out yesterday, but they can kiss my ass. Hello, fellow beings. I hope you all are doing well. Life is unpredictable. And if you're an omnipotent god of the omniverse, then this video does not apply to you. But if you're a human being living the human being experience, life is unpredictable. And no amount of bullet journaling and planning and note-taking and ritual making will let you see the future. I'm not trying to be a negative Nelly. I'm not trying to be a negative Nelly or be cynical. I'm trying to bring clarity to those of us who stress ourselves out a little bit too much, thinking that we're supposed to have everything figured out. When some of us don't know what we're going to be having for dinner for the week. For anyone over the age of 2, life can melt with a lot of expectations. Those other people set for us and those that we set for ourselves because of the things other people set for us or society sets for us or TikTokers or YouTubers or Instagrammers make us think that we have to achieve. Newsflash, no one knows what the frick they're doing. Everyone is winging it. Everyone is doing the best they can in the moment they are. It's all a series of nows in transition to get to the next now. It's easy to look at all the perfect, well put together, or should I say the seemingly perfect, well put together images and voices of people you probably don't know. And it isn't how life is supposed to be, that you have to get there to be happy or feel fulfilled or succeed something. Or in some cases, it's family or parents who are afraid for you, so they're putting their fear upon you with these expectations, not knowing that it could potentially stress you out. And probably does stress you out. Because not only the pressure you're putting yourself, but sometimes it's, I don't want to disappoint anybody. And no shame to your friends or relatives, but for the love of yourself, tell them to lay off. Just, it's your life. It's your life, and you don't have to know what comes next. Life is meant to be a roller coaster, and it kind of is. There's ups and downs and twists and turns, and sometimes you don't know what's happening around the corner. It's meant to be an experience, and to have an experience, you have to, experience it. And most experiences aren't as beautiful when you know what's coming. Having everything planned out takes the lusterness out of everything. I don't know if you've ever tried planning a vacation or a birthday or even a wedding. Nothing ever goes exactly as you planned it. Sometimes it goes south, or sometimes it's even better than you ever imagined it could be because unexpected things happen. And coming from someone who's a neurodivergent queen over here and knows the importance of having some sort of guideline, because without a guideline, so I'm not saying throw the plan away. Having a plan or a goal, I should say, of where you're trying to get is helpful to map out where you're trying to get to. However, you don't have to have a goal that's way out there. You don't have to know every single step to get into that goal you have. Sometimes having one's enough. Sometimes knowing what you plan to do this week is enough. Sometimes just knowing what you plan to do in the next 5 minutes is enough. But you don't have to know everything. You just have to know enough to get through this moment. And if that's, you gotta pee, then all you gotta focus on is taking that pee. And whether other bodily functions you have going on, hunger, thirst. As someone who has gone through life and changed the plan over and over again and felt really guilty of changing the plan because I thought I was going to disappoint everyone else in my life because I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and it seemed like everyone around me knew what they were doing or they were trying to do, and they were going somewhere or doing all these great things that I wasn't doing, and I felt like I was failing. Little did I know that everyone around me had felt the exact same thing at one point or another. Some of the people who seem to be doing really, really well might be winging it. Sometimes they are winging it. Sometimes they're just doing what feels right in the moment and it works. Life goes so much smoother when you take the pressure off of yourself to meet these expectations. You take the pressure off of yourself to have every second mapped out to the T. Because it's not a T. There are no straight lines. I don't know if you looked in nature lately at a tree or grass or flower. There are no straight lines. Everything twists and turns and curves and bends into each other and around each other. That's what life is. It's these hand motions. I don't dance. If you can't tell rhythm, it's skipped my genetic code. But the point I'm making is the only thing you need to understand is yourself. The only thing you need to know is yourself. And as cliche as it might sound, when you know yourself, everything else pops into place because everything you're doing is for your best good and for your best interest. And sometimes what feels right ends up being the next right answer. When you are living your life the way you want to live it, everything falls into place. If it doesn't seem like it's falling into place, then lose expectations of what the place it's falling into seems like. Don't sit with things that don't feel right. There's a feeling when something is right and when something is uncomfortable. When it doesn't feel right, that's when it's time to say peace out. When it's uncomfortable, it's kind of like I don't want to do it, but this is something that's probably going to help me in the future. Like studying. Studying. I had a point and I forgot my point. I had an ending and I don't know what it is. But that kind of applies to this video because I don't have this video figured out. I sat in front of the camera because I thought to myself, somebody needs to hear this. Exhibit me. No plan. I hope it works out. And if it doesn't, then I know it's better to make a script or a sort of idea of what I'm doing. And if it does, then that is proof that sometimes authenticity comes from not knowing where it's going to go. And that right there is quotable. Authenticity comes from not knowing where it's going to go and just being yourself and speaking your thoughts and being in your own power, honestly. Being in your own power. That is the key to everything. Not everything, everything. You do not have to know where you're going to get where you're meant to be. Life will put you there. Whether you try or not, it will put you there. So do your best. Don't give up. But take it easy on yourself and stop listening to the because all it is advice is good, but other people implementing their viewpoints on how your life should be upon you sounds a little toxic to me. Put your best foot forward. Live your best life. You do not need to know where it's going. And for those who like to know where it's going, raise your hand if you're a Virgo. Or any earth sign, or just an organized person who kind of needs a plan to survive. It pays to know that it doesn't have to go exactly as you planned it, and to release attachment to it going exactly as you planned it. Because if you release attachment to it going exactly as you planned it, it releases a lot of stress from your life. You know, it's a lot less stressful. You just kind of realize things don't always go the way you want. But just hope for the best. And leave room for fun and exploration and, as my last video stated, getting messy and making mistakes. So you know for the next step. and the next step. And whatever your goals are, whatever your plan is that you have, that is perfectly fine. I'm not knocking the plans. If you're someone who likes to plan things out or have large goals and see every step along the way, then that's you, and keep doing you, and that you're happy with it, then go for it. And speaking to those who are stressed the fuck out because they don't know what they're doing and they think they're supposed to know what they're doing. You don't have to know what you're doing, sweetie. Just be doing what's best for you. It's not a no, it's a no. It's not a no, it's a no. This will tell you. This talks shit. This tells you what's right for you. This tells you what's right for you. So go for it. Do the thing. Do as many of the things. Live life to the fullest. Make every moment meaningful. Even if it's picking your nose, do it with feeling. If you have your own stories or advice to give those who are freaking out because they think that life has to have some grand ending or expectations, if you have any advice on expectations in general, you know what I'm gonna say? Have a chitty chat in the comment section below. And I will see you next week. Toodles!